What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Barstool College Football Show. Week 2 of college football, week 1 of our show, and we have audio this week, Dave.
You've been all about the audio. You've been busting my balls about that since the beginning. We had audio most of the time we did the show last year. Most of the time.
I mean, Dan mentioned it this week. He said that we were going to have audio for at least the first month of the show. So we're starting out 2018 in a good fashion.
We're doing some live shows, so you're talking a big game. We'll see how the live shows audio work. When we're not doing it live, I guarantee you we have audio.
Okay. We don't know for sure we have audio right now.
Well, but I'm saying if we didn't,
so that counts.
If we didn't,
I can hear you. Oh, well,
if we didn't, we could go back and somebody's phone just went off. They should be kicked out.
I just wanted on the record that I'm the only one on set without makeup, so judge everything on a curve. All natural, baby. Just beautiful skin.
You also asked for it, but it was too late.
And this camera, this is going to be a fun camera because I'm like a cat with a ball. When it just goes around, I'm just following it, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to be looking.
What are you going to do if it goes above us?
That's going to be fun.
Okay.
Are we doing the flyover?
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
We should do the flyover. Okay, so we're going to do the top 5 games of the week. Tommy Smokes, biggest college football guy on the set. Looking forward to that.
Everyone who knows me knows I love college football.
Big time college football guy. So this is presented by Panera. We've got the mac and cheese. We've got the Baja. We've got the bacon. We've got the barbecue chicken with cilantro.
That's delicious.
I've never had this combo, by the way.
What do you mean?
It's going
I've
to be
never
good.
had
True millennial.
avocado and salsa, and so this is the first time.
That is not salsa.
That's
pico de gallo, Dave.
Whatever.
How is it?
Oh, it's good.
That's good. That's good.
It's actually pretty
Tommy
good.
and I just say
Don't ruin all my makeup.
You don't think that's salsa? Would you say that's salsa?
No,
That's not salsa. That's a tomato.
It's pico de gallo. I'm from Texas, Dave. Just
Yeah.
let me handle it. Okay, so we're going to go into the first game of the week, Kentucky versus number 25, Florida. Florida is favored by 14, and I think we're picking against the spread and
You can
straight
pick it
up.
however you want. No.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no rules here. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no rules.
Okay, Kentucky, Florida. Dave.
Starting with me. So this is one of those games that feels like a rivalry, even it's not, because Florida has beaten them like 37 straight times or
31
something.
consecutive times, yeah.
So it adds the extra element of people paying attention to the game, even though they can't win. You had a couple years ago the play that Kentucky fans say expired, like it was 4th and 7, they hadn't beat, they lost. Florida's going to kill them. Kentucky, for some reason, has this buzz that they're okay. They struggled last week. They stink. Florida's going to demolish them. I will pay attention because of the win streak, though.
Yeah, so I've thought about this long and hard, Dave, and I finally got to the bottom of it because we were saying this. Why does this feel like a rivalry? We were saying that Tim Tebow, famous Tim Tebow, when he got knocked out against Kentucky, the game you mentioned where they just time expired.
4th and 7.
They played with 9 guys like 4 different times last year. I think the reason why it's a rivalry is because of basketball. Florida's the only one that kind of goes at them in the SEC. They had the Joakim Noah years, the Billy Donovan. I think that might be why we feel like it's a rivalry.
So it's like a forced football rivalry now?
I don't know about that.
That was your point?
That was one of my
Well,
points.
I said
it feels like a basketball game.
Yeah.
Kentucky is a team that people have been talking about on the come up for 20 years, and they are never there.
No.
Their uniforms are the best uniforms maybe in college football.
Well, and
That's a hot
also the
take.
end zone when they do the checkerboard.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's on the uniform.
Absolutely.
I think that every year now they think they're going to be on the rise because they have a Stoops as the head coach.
Yeah,
It's the
if
lesser
you got Stoops, you got
so.
something.
Don't
That's true.
disregard Hal Mummy.
Yeah.
Hal Mummy was like a fire coach.
It's like
People are laughing at me, but I'm
I'm
dead
not laughing
serious.
at you.
I know what
I
you're
was
talking
picturing a guy like with a towel on top of his head. That's the way.
No, he's like John Thompson. He wore like a windbreaker, and he had the what?
Yeah, or like the shark.
And our guy, don't forget about our guy, Jared Lorenzen. When
Yes.
he was, Kentucky's always been on the come up, but they just stink.
But Florida's going to kill him.
Oh, murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Florida's not that good this year either.
Well, I
they have
believe in
Dan
him.
Mullen. Yeah, I do too.
I believe in him.
Tommy.
I have, look, if this is a basketball game, I would take Kentucky. It's a football game. Gator chomping up Florida.
Oh, no. You did not mean to do that.
Oh, I have to do it.
No, you did not. No, you
The
did not.
Gators are going to chomp Kentucky. Florida wins by 4 touchdowns.
Tommy, you did not mean to put your fingers in that mac and cheese.
Yes, I did. I was
Okay.
chomping, Gator chomping up the food. Well, that time I didn't mean to, but the first time I did.
Can we get, we need Tommy.
Did you mean to do that, Tom?
No way. No way.
Did you mean to do it in Dan's
No,
mac and cheese?
no, he did it in his.
Oh, he did it in his
yeah,
own?
yeah, but there's no way
Well,
he
I need
meant
a
to do
napkin,
that.
to be
Yeah.
frank.
Did you mean to
Can we
do
get-
that?
No.
Yes,
Can
the
we get
first
Tommy
time,
a
yes. The
napkin?
second time, no. I was Gator chopping up the food.
How did you calculate exactly where your hand was going to land, Tommy?
I'm a genius.
Pear mac and
Okay.
cheese is
All right,
trash.
so I'm going to take Florida. I like Dan Mullen, but we're going to
Why?
talk
What's
about
with you and Dan Mullen?
because he's a really good quarterback
He's a
coach.
good coach.
He's a good coach.
He's a good
Dave.
coach. He got the most out of Mississippi State.
Yeah, all right.
He brought
Dak
Mississippi
Prescott
State
heard
back.
of him?
Yeah. Well, all right.
Tim Tebow heard
The
of him?
absolute best.
Okay. So Dave doesn't like Dan Mullen.
No,
On the
I
record.
just, we don't know who Al Mummy is, but we're, all over the Dan Mullen train.
Dan Mullen's a
Mullen.
good football coach.
Okay, so is Al Mummy.
Okay. Well, he's no longer a football coach, so
I
he's
bet he
irrelevant.
is. I
He's
bet he
Are we,
is
allowed
irrelevant.
somewhere.
to, are we allowed to swear on the show?
Yes.
We are?
Yes.
Oh, we
Okay,
are.
I've been
Well, then-
saving it because
okay. Fuck
can we
shit.
say you've been saying suck fucking Dan Mullen's dick and
Yeah.
Al Mummy's getting no respect.
Yeah.
Dan did the exact
I
same
was
thing.
going to go with Dan Mullen is just better than the shark fucker, Jim McElwain.
I mean, yes.
That's a fact.
That's not hard to be
That's
better than.
literally my favorite picture, maybe in the last 20 years of college football. When
Of all
he-
time.
When he
Of
had
all
to do a
time.
public statement
Yeah.
that he wasn't having sex with the shark.
That's SEC in a nutshell.
Yes, it is. Okay, game number 2, number 13, Penn State versus Pitt at Heinz Field. Penn State, I think right now is -8.5. You didn't think this was a big game of the week when I mentioned this in the.
It's a rivalry game, but I mean, Pitt's
It's a one-sided rivalry game.
Yeah, I think Pitt won like 2 or 3 years ago, so they've won recently.
And I mean, Penn State is recently good,
Yeah.
since James Franklin got there. I don't know. I mean, it's these jackets. Yeah, I'm just gonna let mine fall.
James Franklin said 2 years ago when they lost that Pitt treats it like the Super Bowl and Penn State treats it like they just beat Akron.
Yeah, that's fair. That's actually a fair
It's fair.
comment to say.
This isn't even Pitt's biggest rivalry.
It's
though.
West
West
Virginia.
Virginia,
Yeah,
the
the
backyard
backyard
brawl.
brawl, yeah.
Listen, on Penn State on our Pick'em podcast, they were my mortal lock last week. They're I think -23 against App State, and they basically needed overtime to beat them. So.
And you wanted to kick them out of the Big Ten.
Oh, no, I said if they lost.
Yeah, should they?
Yeah, right.
No Big Ten team should ever lose to App State.
No, I agree with that. So Penn State, I don't know what to make of them. I don't know if they were just sleepwalking or they're just not going to be that good. Saquon Barkley obviously gone. This game will be interesting. And Pitt is one of those teams, for whatever reason, I always think they're going to be kind of decent.
It's
and
because
they
of
always
Dan
think-
Marino. It's because of Dave
And
Wanstead.
they've had good running backs.
Right.
So.
But either way, this game is always just how bad Heinz Field is.
What time does it get? Yes.
That's like the biggest
Feels always ripped
storyline
up.
of the game.
What time does this kickoff? Noon?
I think it's a night game.
No, it's a night game.
Yeah, I think it's a
Ooh.
night game.
It's a
Ooh.
night game.
Then Pitt could be sneaky here.
Yeah, Pitt could be sneaky, but the problem is if you're a Pitt fan, you wanted Penn State to blow out App State. Now Penn State's
Totally.
got their feelers up, they're ready for it. I think Trace McSorley might be the best quarterback in the Big Ten next to Alex Hornibrook. So I think Penn State has a big bounce back.
Shea Magic.
Shea Magic, not so much.
Not last
Yeah.
week. But Trace McSorley is really good in the clutch, but I don't think they're going to get to that because,
Yeah.
I mean, the defense last week was horrendous against App State. So
Also-
Trace McSorley had to be good, but they gave up like 300 yards in the fourth quarter.
Here's something in your little tickler file. Pat Narduzzi has already started complaining about offensive pass interference. So whenever that
He's a
happens,
crazy person.
I
Whenever
know,
that
that's
happens
brilliant.
before
He's a
the
crazy
game,
person.
I always am like, that could affect the game.
That's 14. That's at least 2 calls that'll go his way.
Yes, he will
Yeah.
definitely get a couple calls because he mentioned it in the press conference the week before.
This game, I'm telling you right now, Penn State, going to the wire versus App State makes me nervous. That makes me nervous in the sense that everyone's going to think there's a Penn State team from a couple years ago. They may not be good, and they may be a bet against, a play against. This game could be a lot closer than what we think.
Yeah.
Or it
about
scared
the
the shit out of them and they're going to just blow
But
it out
but
from the beginning.
if you're that good, if you're
Yeah.
really that good, you can't be that close with App State.
I agree with that.
You have to win by a few touchdowns.
Like,
You don't need
Tommy's got
overtime.
the under.
I was going to say the under. This is a no love lost type game of the week for
Throw
me.
out the
Two
record
teams
books.
that just hate each other. Throw the records, they're out the window. Two teams that just hate each other. I expect blood on Heinz Field. Just really two defensive battle. 10-3 Penn State.
That's
10-3.
10-3.
Yeah, I mean,
Ridiculous.
you were
Two teams
you
that
were
hate
high.
each other.
You were so high when you did the Gator Chomp with the mac and cheese, which you didn't mean to do. Then you got me with the LaShawn McCoy thing because I got confused for a second with the LE running back thing, Le'Veon LaShawn.
Yeah.
Now you're back down. 10-3 is a terrible prediction.
Well, take the under.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to take Penn State as well. The third game of the week presented by Panera. This is a big one, guys.
for you.
For me, it's a big one.
Yeah.
College game day is going to be there.
It's a big
It's a
one.
big game. Number
Is
2.
that where game day is?
It is.
That's
Yeah.
bananas.
Why? Number 2, Clemson at Texas A&M. Why is that bananas?
Well, I
Oh,
just
seriously.
think when we come back, Georgia versus South Carolina is a much bigger game.
SEC Nation, my girl Laura Rutledge will be there.
This is going to be the portion
game
of
day?
No, at Georgia, South Carolina.
Oh, got it.
this is a portion of the show, by the way. It's called "How Many Times Can We Bash Texas A&M?"
I mean,
Kayce Smith mad
This
in
jacket,
the next 3 minutes.
This jacket,
It's going to be fun.
We have
It's-
these jackets.
She
made.
said it's not a farmer's
This
school.
jacket
It's
is
not a
agri-
farmer's
It says
school.
agriculture.
Yeah, that is a fire
That's
jacket.
a fire jacket.
No,
and it
it's
sucks that nobody at Texas A&M knows what
Yeah.
Barstool is because they don't have the
That
internet
is
yet,
so
and they're all
false.
farmers.
Why are you
Yeah.
saying that? You're automatically going to annihilate. Is that a word?
Annihilate?
You can't
Alienate.
That's Texas
Alienate.
A&M
you
education.
can't alienate.
Yeah, that's a Texas A&M
You
education.
can't alienate people who can't get on the internet.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, alienate.
You're
A&M,
like, oh,
they're-
it's an agricultural school, Kayce.
It started as that in the 1800s, Dave. Do you think I went to A&M to
Yeah, I
study
think you milk-
agriculture?
You're from
You
Texas,
did Milk Cows 101. That was your class on
Never
Friday
milked a cow.
mornings. Yeah.
Never have
That's
I
a
milked a
lie.
cow.
That's a lie.
A&M's
It's
a
not a
weird
lie.
school.
That's fine.
Yeah, weirdo
Admit
It's
people.
fine. It's a weird
weird
school.
school.
It's a weird school.
You
We
have a
do
lot of
weird
weird
things.
people.
Lots
You
of
have a lot of
great
weird
traditions. We're
Here's-
weird. Find a new slant.
Here's the
Find
thing.
a new slant at
Here's
this
the thing,
point.
Kayce.
We're weird, okay?
Kayce, whether you're weird or not, Clemson is coming to eat on Saturday night. You don't want to be on the wrong side of Clemson. The defensive line is going to just be in that backfield all night. Texas A&M, I can see it. I can close my eyes and picture it. The 12s are going crazy. The first quarter, they got that weird angle.
what are the
It's super.
12s?
What do you guys
Fans.
call each other? I don't know.
Fans.
The fans, yeah. You got that weird high angle. Boom,
That
the
was
game
stunning.
starts. Clemson, you can't
What are
move
the
the ball.
12s?
Game over.
They don't just hold 12s. It's the home of the 12th man. The 12s are going
What are
crazy.
the
I don't-
12s?
What are the 12s?
That's not the 12s. That's the
What are the
home
12s,
of the
she
12th
says?
man.
12.
What
12s.
I mean,
That what nobody says. Everybody's going crazy with the 12s. I don't
No,
even.
no,
I'm
you're-
not going to sit here and explain Texas
Listen,
A&M to you.
Kayce, every
You
time
guys
I've been
will
to a
see it.
Texas A&M football game, we all say the 12s,
Yeah.
the 12s, we're
You've
the
never
12s.
been.
Christian Wilkins, Austin Bryant, Dexter Lawrence. Get used to them because they'll be in the backfield all
So-
night
Clemson is
long.
favored by 12.
Yes.
They're the number
Oh,
two.
is
That's
Hey.
kind of
They're
funny.
the 12s.
is A&M, Kayce, you probably know this more. Is A&M any good?
I don't know that yet because Jimbo Fisher's brand new. They looked decent last week against
Against-
I
Northwestern
mean,
State.
if I want to ask somebody if A&M's any good and they're going to answer me, I don't know yet. I could ask anybody off the street.
Here's
How do you
I mean,
know?
you're our
How do
college
you know
football
if a team?
expert. They're your
Wisconsin's
alumni.
very good.
Michigan's
Do
great.
they have a brand new head coach?
No.
Okay,
Wisconsin's
that's the
very
whole
good.
point.
Michigan's
Jimbo
not
Fisher is a good
Go
coach.
out on a ledge.
Yes,
one
I
time.
think they are good. I do not think that they are going to beat Clemson, and I do not think they're going to win the SEC West because Nick Saban is in
I'll
that
tell you
division.
what. I would bet
Fair?
A&M if this was Kevin Sumlin still because he loves to win in September and then lose the rest
Well, he
of the
lost to
season.
BYU last week at Arizona.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm talking about Texas A&M, Kevin Sumlin. That was his big thing. Go
Fair.
5-1, and then the wheels come off.
Here's my thing on this game, and I went on when we did our college roadshow last year. We saw Clemson at Virginia Tech at night. Blacksburg, Enter Sandman, the works. So I bet the house on Virginia Tech at the time. Clemson came out. Their D-line, as Dan was saying, they're huge. They were twice the size of Virginia Tech. They dominated the game. I like A&M at home, primarily 12th man. I think it's a crazy environment. It's the biggest game of the year. You got all the people wearing their outfits, their cute little sailor outfits. So I think I'm going to take it.
Here's the thing.
They look like they just got a
Yeah,
Navy ship.
Yeah.
Am I
Dave.
wrong about that, Kayce?
They're in the military. Just keep
Okay.
going. Keep
Dave,
going.
finish
Let's
what
let
you want to say 'cause
bash
I have
A&M,
one
yes.
thing I have to say about this.
But so I think it's going to be closer than the experts think, but it makes me very nervous.
A wise man once said, "Defense travels," and that's
Yeah,
all.
that's true.
That's what I'm
That's
betting
true.
on. The defense is going. Clemson's defense. I'm actually somewhat nervous about Clemson's quarterbacks on the road, but they're going to be short fields all night.
I
They're
was
going to
gonna
get the
ask you
ball
that.
at like the 20-yard line.
I was going to ask you that. Do you like the fact that they're playing Kelly Bryant and Trevor Lawrence
Yeah,
if
because
you're
I think
Clemson?
Trevor Lawrence is better, and he's going to prove that he's better.
I have no idea who this guy is, but I
He's
know
got the hair. He's the hair.
Oh,
tall
yeah,
guy.
They
yeah.
said
guy-
he's like better
this
than
tall
Deshaun
that
Watson.
guy,
Kelly
that-
Bryant's awesome, though.
But Trevor Lawrence, that hair, like you don't get scared.
He looks
going
like a
on the
girl.
road. Yeah, Sunshine from.
Remember the Titans?
Yeah, remember the
The
Titans.
other part of this too that I forget what I was going to say. What was it? I just had a great point and
Yeah.
just went in one ear and flew out the other.
I think Clemson's going to win this game.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I'm
go ahead.
back.
Go ahead.
Dabo Swinney. There's nobody in America.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one person who's changed the perception of any, I'm talking football.
Yep.
I'm talking math.
Yep.
I'm talking science. Remember when Clemsoning was
Yes.
like a thing?
Yes.
It's
It's gone.
It's gone.
they're like mini Alabama now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's got it rolling, and all he's got to do is, I think they basically just have a new facility where they have a slide, and then Dabo just says, "Hey, if you guys win, I'll dance to like the most recent Future song," and then they go out and play their ass off.
Oh, Clemson cheats.
Yeah, probably.
Clemson
They all
what? No, but there will be a major Clemson football scandal within the next 10 years. Mark that down.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna write it
Mark
down right now.
Do you think that Jimbo
Major.
mark it down?
Major.
Major one?
Major.
Within the
Like
next decade.
death penalty type
Yes,
of stuff?
like SMU, Pony Express,
Okay.
Eric Dickerson, Craig James, that type of scandal.
Okay, fun fact though, it's going to be
I
very
like
loud.
You have fun facts.
Fun facts. Clemson.
Casey's fun facts.
Casey's fun facts.
Can't even see
Clemson.
it. There you go. Major.
It will.
It's going to be major.
Clemson has been wearing headphones at practice because they know how loud Kyle Field's going to be. It's a fun fact.
Wait, so what are they putting in the
They're
headphones?
pumping in crowd noise in the A&M fight song.
A&M is a fight song?
Yes, Dave.
What is it?
It's the
They
one where
all
they saw
hold
the
each
horns
other's
off.
hands and they
I'm
just
not.
do
Yeah,
that.
they do that.
It's okay.
And
It's
then
all
they
about
all-
the University of
and they
Texas.
kiss
blah,
each other
blah,
on
blah.
the
They
cheeks.
do
Did
kiss
you
each
apply
other.
to Texas?
Yes, I did.
Did you get in?
Yes, I did.
Why didn't you go there?
That would
I
have been
only
a lot
applied-
more.
Because
I only
you
am-
wanted to be,
I'm-
you didn't want to be a big fish, like, you want big fish, little pond.
Yeah.
No,
you
I
just
only
didn't want to be
applied
like a
because-
gummy swimming around with all the other gummies.
No.
Oh, another blonde girl at
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah.
Like, at A&M, it's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Kayce Smith. You see
Yeah.
Kayce Smith?
Yeah.
They're all
Heard of Lauren
farmers, though.
Tannehill? Lauren Tannehill.
That's her one answer to
It's a
everything.
great
Tannehill
answer.
is
It's a
Lauren
great
Tannehill.
answer. No, I only applied to Texas to prove that I could get in, so to make everybody shut the fuck up that
There
you
we
can't
go.
get into Texas.
Haters, you're on notice.
Yeah. I'm going to take Clemson to win, but A&M with the points. Okay, so
Okay.
Caleb and Roan, they're going to go on the road every single week. They're the best guys on the ground. They're at, I think, FIU, right? FIU this week for their concussion protocol.
Hi, I'm Caleb Presley,
And I'm Roan.
and this is Concussion Protocol. For this week's segment, I went to FIU to see the Golden Panthers to check on their morale.
Hey Caleb, what is morale?
Well, I could tell you, but I just made a video that's 5 to 7 minutes, and it would be redundant if I told you and then you watch this video.
I'm Caleb Presley. You might know me from Thor, Animal Kingdom, or even when I was a supervisor of morale for the University of North Carolina football team. We lost a lot of games that year because the players weren't very good, but we would have lost a lot more if it wasn't for me. Recently, I got a call from an old teammate at Carolina named Bryn Renner, who's now a coach for Florida International University in Miami. They're primed to have a great season this year under my old coach Butch Davis, but apparently they need some assistance in the old morale department. That's where I come in.
Dude, what's up, bro?
What's up, man? What's up? What's up?
So you really think you still got it? You really do?
Oh, I know I still got it. Look at me. I still got it, dude. Look, hey, dude, look. I still got it, man.
Then just bring some of the magic back. We need it.
Shh, shh, shh. Say no more. I'm in.
We need your intensity.
Say no more.
We need your passion.
Shh. Say no more. I'm in.
So let's do this.
That is Caleb Presley. He's got an important role on the sidelines for North Carolina. He is the supervisor of morale.
What he does is he wears a NFL jersey of former North Carolina Tar Heel football players. I think it's great. He's got the headset on, holding it down on the sideline.
When turning a program's morale around, the first impression you make is everything. You gotta make sure the players see you as a leader, someone who's fit, flexible, good at locker room games, and ultimately can dance well. I mean, look right here. This is one of my all-time favorite moves. One time at Carolina, we were down by 14 points in the fourth quarter, and after I busted this move, we still lost, but it was very well received. However, I can't keep reminiscing about my time at Carolina when there is so much work to be done at FIU. In my experience, the best way to increase morale is to win games. And to win games, you gotta trim the fat.
Effort, Tommy. Effort. That's the only thing wrong with this picture right here. We need better effort from you. We have to have it. That effort is not acceptable.
Well, we got better effort when you're packing your bags, man. Because you're cut.
Who is this?
I'm the guy who just cut you, butthead.
Can you do that? All right, moving on. All right, quarterback throws it low right here, right?
Cutting players can be tough. I mean, that particular situation wasn't because he sucked, but being the supervisor of morale means not being scared to have the difficult conversations.
Hey, you look good out there today, brother.
Please tell him I haven't been out there.
Oh, that's right. You didn't go out there because you're in here. What are you doing? Are you broke? You're a toy? You're a defective toy? I gotta take you back to customer service at Toys R Us because I gotta return you? Oh, wait, I can't because Toys R Us is unfortunately closed.
No, man, I'm just a trainer, man. Like,
But you are just a trainer. And you always will be. Remember that. Dude, I wasn't gonna do it.
It physically hurts me to say it, but after a morning in the football complex, I was developing a complex of my own. I didn't think any of the players liked me.
Hey, Coach, I like you.
What'd you call me?
I said I like you, Coach. You're a good coach.
Yeah, your mom likes me.
My mom does like you, Coach.
No. Your mom likes me. Like me and your mom, we like each other. Al, hey, I'm telling Coach Davis. That's going to be reported to Coach Davis. What just happened? Straight to the Coach Davis's office.
I'm not a tattletale, but if somebody does something I don't like, I just tell my boss. And after 2 Super Bowls and years of college success, Coach Davis knows how to handle blatant internal issues.
Hey, Caleb, come on in.
Yo, Coach, I'm actually glad that you called me in here because I was just about to call you to my office.
Well, the best I know, you don't have an office.
Well, that's the main thing I was going to talk to you about.
You've been here for 2 hours, okay? You've already disrupted the focus of the football team. You've made personal attacks on our players. You've tried to make personnel decisions, and worst of all, you've actually hurt one of our football players.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate you watching out.
Hey, Caleb, look, I'm going to fire you, and this is the reason why. You got a lack of work ethic. You've destroyed our football program. I remember you as a player, how difficult it was. You weren't good at that, and you certainly aren't good at this.
Wait, what do you mean I'm not? What do you mean I wasn't good as a player?
Well, as a player, I mean, obviously, you were never prepared. You did exactly the same thing as a player as you did today. You showed up. You thought you ran the entire program. You thought you were a comedian. You wanted to make everybody feel like that you were important. And today, all you did was destroy this program.
Well, you thought I had a lot of potential, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That was concussion protocol, thanks to Caleb and Roan. Mostly Caleb on that one. Roan didn't really do anything.
I'd
but
say
it was
all
pretty
Caleb.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, Roan made an appearance, so you have to say, you know, it's his segment, but pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to grade it, I'd be like that was a B-.
Ooh, really? Wow.
It's gonna go
It
B+.
seemed like maybe a way
Yeah,
for
that was
Caleb
B+.
to get a lot of maybe his college highlights of him looking good on there. I mean,
Well, his college highlights are just there is that one throw he had in the spring game.
Yeah.
That
Right.
But he didn't put that in that. So credit to him.
credit to him.
Yeah, he didn't
maybe
put
a
his
trip
number
to
one
Florida.
I mean, it would be kind of crazy to like just throw in old highlights and be like, look at how good I was back in the day.
But he could
I
have
would
easily
never
done
do
it.
that.
Yeah,
You
never
would
do that,
absolutely do that.
especially
You would
Moving on.
never
absolutely
I
have
don't
done
care
that.
for that tone.
Me neither, Tom. Me neither.
Okay.
All right, we're going to continue with the weekend preview. The top 2 games of the week presented by Bud Light, Game Day's favorite light beer. This is a big one. This is where Laura Rutledge is going to be, by the way.
Laura Rutledge.
That's
So
who is that?
we should
Who
be
is
getting paychecks from Laura Rutledge.
I mean-
the amount that you mentioned Laura Rutledge.
She's my best friend.
Am
Dave.
I buying Laura
And the amount
Rutledge
that
stock?
Tommy mentions you, it's fine, right?
But we both.
That's your
we
best
both-
friends, best buddies.
Well, who is Laura? It's you didn't know. It's
I'm gonna
Casey's
Google
best
her.
friend. She works for a competitive 4-letter network, and Casey
We don't say
talks
that-
about
we don't
her
say that word.
nonstop. She's at the
I didn't
College
say-
World Series. Oh, look at Laura Rutledge. I know where Laura Rutledge is 100% of the time.
Oh, I know Laura Rutledge.
How can you not?
She
Yeah,
did
well,
stuff
no,
for
I
Barstool.
didn't, but now I know her.
She did stuff with Caleb, actually.
Was she in?
Casey will tell you.
Interesting. Here's another interesting fact. There's a website called WikiFeet.
I'm on
You
that.
can look up people's feet.
Yeah.
I gotta get
So
myself
that's interesting.
Her
It's
feet's
also
on there.
creepy.
Laura
That's
Rutledge.
her first
Casey
Google image
probably
is
is the editor.
WikiFeet. Was she a
Totally something I would
Was
do.
she a beauty
Love her
pageant?
feet.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
her feet.
Oh,
She's
okay.
Miss Florida.
Got it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, the 5 humans
You
if
have
it's like
fucking
my
Team
family,
Portnoy,
my
Dave. You have a
parents,
Team Portnoy, but I
Tommy,
can't talk about my
Frankie,
friend
and Laura
who's-
Rutledge. That's where I know where those people are at all times.
So you're acting like that's a bad thing.
I'm just saying.
You
I know
literally
a lot.
have a team named after you, and I can't talk about my friend who's on this game.
And
She's
has
actually
nice
doing this
feet,
game.
apparently.
Laura Rutledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should have the Laura Rutledge game of the week.
Ooh,
why
that's
not?
actually
Football
good. Yeah,
show.
the Laura
Roll in her
Rutledge.
pictures.
Presented by Panera.
Yeah,
Presented by Laura
it's like
Rutledge.
it's
There you
like Carmen San Diego.
I
Where
don't
in the
think
world is
anybody's
Laura
going to complain.
Rutledge?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to complain. Okay, well, beside that point, we'll talk about the game now.
Okay. Laura Rutledge, who was at the game.
Yeah.
Laura Rutledge game of the week.
This is the
Where in
Laura
the world
Rutledge
is
game
Laura
of the
Rutledge?
week.
Maybe we
I
could
already
do that
said-
every week. You said that? No.
I literally
He did.
said like Carmen
Well,
San Diego.
Well, I didn't understand that reference.
You just weren't paying attention. It's fine. Okay.
I
Georgia.
have a friend, Todd McShay. He does stuff. I don't mention him every 2
Is he your
seconds.
best friend? Or is Tommy your best friend?
Well, he's one of my good
Tommy's
friends.
one of his best friends.
They're both good friends.
You don't mention it when he's doing a game that you're
No, I
talking
do
about.
not.
I don't believe that.
I do not.
Okay. Georgia at South Carolina. Georgia's number 3 in the country. This is at a Wild Williams-Brice Stadium, which apparently is going to be super loud. I don't really understand why people are hyping this game up as much, but Georgia by 10 right now.
Yeah, so I think this actually will be a close game. I think it'll be a good game. There is a Jake Fromm dick pic floating around the internet. I think that's going
A
to
real one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you look at it?
I saw it. I didn't look that closely because I just saw it, but
Like in passing?
South Carolina, like message boards have it, which I think is a factor because I watched that show QB1 when Jake Fromm was in high school, and he's a very religious dude. So he doesn't want dick pics floating around.
How's the dick pic? Are people making fun of it, or are they praising
That's what Dave said. He didn't really.
No, I didn't.
Looked
And,
at
and to
like,
be honest, I'm not even quite sure. It's a provocative picture. Let's just
is
say
his
that.
face in it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so it's for sure him.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's not
So
great.
you got to make
Yeah.
sure you don't get the face in.
No,
Gotta-
face is in. Face is in. So I.
They're gonna lose because he has a dick
No,
pic on the
I
internet.
think it's going to be a close game. Now, I could be wrong again. This could be another Clemson situation where Georgia just rolls them because Georgia's. But I'm going South Carolina. That's my play.
I like South Carolina as well. I had this stat the other day: 14-5-1 against the spread. South Carolina is an underdog at home. What's the over/under? 54.5. I might make this my teaser special of the week.
Ooh.
Yeah, South Carolina. Tell me which side loses. South Carolina plus 16, under 60.5. Where does that lose? That's a lot. That's a lot. That's the easiest thing I've ever bet.
Not so
Easiest
bad.
money.
The
And you know what? Throw in Stanford, which we'll get to a pick'em, and now you're teasing for plus money, folks.
The 10-16 number in
It
between.
does you nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. It
It's
just
above-
makes you
Yeah.
feel a little bit better when you put the bet in.
If it's above 10, it could be 30.
No, yeah. Listen, I didn't say I was a good gambler. I'm just saying I'm just trying to get myself comfortable with South Carolina.
So if I'm going to start betting on college football this week, this is the game I should bet?
Probably not.
Okay.
Wait for our
probably
locks
not.
of the week.
Yeah,
Oh,
wait for our locks of the week. We'll
Okay.
have the locks of the week. Tommy, do you have something for this game?
Oh, yeah. I'm in the dog pound, baby. Georgia Bulldogs by 17.
Ooh, so my teaser would lose.
Sure.
Do you like Kirby Smart or Will Muschamp more?
That's not even a question.
This is going to be.
I have to know.
I mean, Kirby Smart's like 10 times the coach. that
No,
Will
I mean like
Muschamp is.
like the human, like to the shit that they say and stuff.
I mean, Will Muschamp is definitely more interesting.
Will Muschamp fucked
Yeah.
a shark.
Kirby Smart. No, you're thinking of Jim
that's
McElwain.
not- that's Jim McElwain.
Kirby Smart is
Not everybody
Nick's-
fucked a shark.
We're all off.
Well, he
This is a
could've.
week one for us.
I feel like I've been on except for that one.
Yeah, that
Nope.
one was a bad one though.
No.
I mean, you can't be saying someone's a shark fucker.
We don't
when
know
they're
for
not.
sure he hasn't
Will Muschamp.
Well, he issued a statement that he did
Yeah,
not.
yes,
Which
but-
is the funniest thing of all time. Is
Jim
having to do a press
McElwain
conference.
fucked a shark. Will Muschamp, just wrong place, wrong time in Dave Portnoy's brain. That's really what it
happens.
came down to.
It happens.
But yes, Kirby Smart is like Nick Saban Jr.
They're best friends though. Did
Yeah.
you know that? Kirby
Yeah.
Smart and Will Muschamp, they live together.
Can we?
Oh,
are we-
This is a best friend game of
We're
the
just
week.
not going to talk about Kirby Smart's haircut.
Speaking of best friends, Laura Rutledge.
That's what I'm saying. It's the
And
best.
you two.
Kirby Smart has one of the worst haircuts going.
Well, he wears the visor, so I think you can get away with that. If you wear a visor, you can have just terrible hair. I just assume you have terrible hair. Doug Peterson, terrible hair.
All right. I'm going to take Georgia as well.
I took South Carolina.
Oh.
I took
My
Georgia.
tease of the week.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I was following
Special
Tommy.
I think this game is going to be very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
You do?
Very
Yes.
close to
I
me
mean,
on-
how many times do I have to say it?
I mean,
close
I
to
think
me.
that you might just be
I
making
think
that
I
up.
said it 3 times. I'll say it 6. Very close.
Why don't you
very
say it
close,
12
very close.
times, Dave?
Very close. Very
Reminder,
close.
not
Very close.
night.
Like Texas
Not a
A&M.
night game.
I know that hurts.
It hurts. That's a few points.
I think I may go watch this. There's a bar in New York that people told me.
There's no chance you're going.
I forget the name of it.
Okay.
You forget the name of it?
There's a South Carolina bar. people told me about it. I forget. I may have it
He'll
at
be
one
there.
point.
Gosh.
Rusty Nail or something.
Sneaky South Carolina, one of the best logos. I would wear it on everything I own if I had that. The palm tree.
And the mascot's great,
yeah,
too.
and the hammock or whatever. Is it a palm tree and a
That's
hammock?
not South Carolina.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It's
it
the
is.
state
It's
of
a
South
moon.
Carolina.
It's
Yeah,
a
but they
moon.
also use it for Gamecocks. Like they've co-opted that 100%, without a doubt. They all wear
no, that logo's awesome, but I didn't think that was South
No,
Carolina.
they use it for the South Carolina too. They absolutely do.
They do?
Yeah, they put it on flags and they put in the colors.
That's
and everything.
but that's the
yeah,
state.
I know, but they use it for South Carolina Gamecocks. If I was from South Carolina, I would be wearing that. It's the only thing I'd wear.
You can't have.
It's just a chill out vibe.
Yeah, but you can't have two different things because you have that, and then the majority of kids just wear cocks.
Yeah. Well, that too.
That's
yeah,
a play on words.
The classic
what that's
old
called.
white hat. You know.
Yeah.
We're going to continue with the best games of the week. The number one game of the week. This is presented by Bud Light Game Day's favorite light lager. The game of the week, fellas. USC, Stanford, Pac-12. They played two times last year. Stanford lost both. And Stanford is favored -6 right now.
Right. Yeah, I always take Stanford these games. I think they're the more physical team. Like you said, they lost twice last year, so that kind of screws me up a little bit, but I'll stick with Stanford. I still think Georgia South Carolina is my game of the week, but I'm going to go with Stanford. What?
Well, this is what we all decided on, so.
Well, no, it's a democracy here. I just said my opinion. I also like to say, when we did the show with Panera, now you're doing it because I said that, we tape early, but I'm going to eat so much mac and cheese.
So much mac and cheese.
You
So
can
much
eat
mac and
the
cheese.
bread bowl?
Yeah, Stanford. This is one of those games where you can be tantalized by USC all you want. You can be like, oh, USC, they're going to pass and they're going to do this and that.
Who's their quarterback?
JT Daniel is a freshman.
He was
he
born
just-
in 2000, by the way.
Wow,
he have blonde hair?
that's a mind fuck.
Is he just another in the long line of identical USC
I'm pretty sure.
quarterbacks?
But
I think he's supposed to be in high school right now.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a senior in high school.
and funny enough, the Stanford has the identical quarterbacks too. Like Kevin Hogan, the guy now, KJ Costello, they all look the same. They're all the exact
The
same.
Stanford quarterback's playing somewhere else now.
Who?
The last year's quarterback.
Chris, maybe?
Where
they
is
had
he?
one.
Where-
They had a crappy one last year, I feel like.
Can someone look
Either
that
way,
up?
so
Is he at Tennessee?
this is one of those games that you're just not going to want. Once the game starts and you see that Stanford is more physical than USC, like Dave said, and Bryce Love busts a 60-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, but he
you're-
stunk last week.
You can't.
Oh, well, then his
cares?
career
He
must be
did.
over.
Against San Diego State,
Must
he
be done.
stunk.
Bryce Love, he stinks.
Did you? San Diego State
Yeah.
stacked the box against
Less than 30 yards.
San
last
Diego
week
State
against
was
San
said,
Diego
we're
State.
not
That
letting
would
Bryce
make me
Love beat us.
nervous for this week.
All right, who did you pick? I didn't even know who you picked
Me?
for this game. Did
Me?
you said who you picked yet?
I took Stanford.
Yeah, we all took
Stanford.
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 When doing the show, Stanford.
Stanford.
They say pick them every year.
I
Be
was
too
worried.
physical.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's what
Take
he said.
Stanford against Oregon.
you-
Take Stanford against
Punch you in the
USC.
mouth.
But who is the
I don't
coach?
care if
Who's
I'm wrong.
who's the coach of Stanford?
David Shaw.
David Shaw.
David Shaw is the most conservative,
Yeah.
boring coach in America.
Yes.
So a lot of times he can outgain you 450 to like 70 yards, and it's like a 6-point game because he punts from the 30 and he kicks field goals from like 4th and inches on the goal line.
Yep.
It's boring football. It's also Pac-12 football, and they kind of stink anyways. So we're going to do...
Well, I love Pac-12 football.
I mean, it's fun to watch,
Take a
but
shot.
they're going to be out of the college football playoff this year. Mark it down.
Washington
Washington's
has an
their-
outside chance. Yeah, I would agree. Right now, yes.
Washington was their
yes.
best shot at that,
Yeah.
and Auburn beat them. Okay, so we're going to do social media game of the week. We're going to bring in Big Ev, because he's the social correspondent from The Ohio State University. Also wearing
Oh,
makeup
God.
today, by the way.
Yes, sir. All right, it's your boy Big Ev, aka White Favorite Big Boy. This is a show for the people, and we give the people what they want. The people chose, they spoke. We got Michigan State going to Arizona State, 10:45 kickoff. Michigan State favored by 6. D'Antonio, Herm Edwards, first big game for Herm Edwards, coming off a big win over a pretty shitty team. Nonetheless, might be a tough matchup for Michigan State going all the way out there, 10:45 kickoff. Tough game.
Yeah.
Tommy, you're a big guy about traveling, right?
Yeah, well, here's my take on this game. Arizona State is the gatekeeper of the Barstool Smoke Shows account. They have a lot of hot girls there. The Arizona State players may be too distracted by all these smoke shows. They're going to be thinking about the sexual intercourse they're going to be having
Whoa.
after the game. That makes me think Michigan State, less distractions over at Michigan State. They have the whole scandal thing, but, you know, that's in
I
the
think
past.
Michigan State has a lot of distractions.
Yeah, Michigan State has a fair amount of distractions.
Well, not as many
Just
as
came off a
Arizona State.
tough outing, too. Almost lost to Utah State, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough
yes.
game.
Which is why I love Michigan State in this game, because
Took the words out of my mouth.
That's like the 7th time I've done that. So Utah State, when a team like that in week 1 They're top 25 team. They basically survive a game. Utah State gives them their best shot. That is what we call the coach being able to go in there and be like, hey guys, you all suck. And now we come out and we kick ass. And Herm Edwards, like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do the Herm Edwards thing. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. I'm not doing it.
You play to win the game.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the Herm Edwards. I'm not going to let myself think that Herm Edwards can coach in college.
I love Michigan State in this game. Precisely what you just said. They struggled last week. They almost lost. I was following it. I had all my tweets queued up to make fun of little brother if they lost that game.
By the way, they're not little brother anymore when you've beaten twice in the last decade.
No, they're always. You can't.
Michigan State's 8-2 against Michigan in the last decade.
Well, you can't. But if you're looking at anything, Dan, 10 years in the scheme of the universe is not much.
Who's to say Michigan will ever come back?
It's a blink of time.
Who's to say?
I mean, Michigan always comes back. It's a speck of time.
That's what you've been saying for the last decade.
It's like you can't say a minute in the scheme of a full 24-hour day matters. So that's a speck. It's a sand. It's a grain of sand.
Little brother's all grown up.
Little brother, and I think D'Antonio is a pretty good coach. Exactly what you said. After struggling last week, Arizona wins big. Shout out, by the way, to comeback season.
Thank you.
Eric.
Mm-hmm.
You gave me 2 picks.
Oh.
Out of the blue. I mean, I haven't talked to him. I don't talk to him.
He just gave you picks
separately? He gave me
off the podcast?
Yes. He texted me a pick, Michigan.
Okay.
Blowout. And then when they lost, he said, I'll make up for it, and he gave me UTSA to beat Arizona State outright. They were 17-point underdogs. They lost 49-7.
Why would anybody take a UTSA team over Arizona State?
Eric Burkhardt from comeback season is banned from talking to me.
You're on blast, bro.
He is
He
banned.
passed along the pick to me. You're on blast.
He is.
Why would anybody take UTSA over Arizona State in the first place? You did?
Yes,
it's UTSA State.
I'm not going to do the
San Antonio.
He picked them to win the game.
Wow. That's crazy.
Win the game.
That was
purpose. No, that's what I'm saying. Why
that was unbelievable. That was unbelievable.
Did you take that bet?
I am goosebumps.
Why would anybody agree to that bet? That's on you if you put money on that.
He's an idiot.
Well, that's
all I'm
fine, but did you put money on it?
No, thank God.
That would be a wild move.
I'm taking Michigan State to beat Arizona State because of everything we said, but that was a wild segment. Eric Burkhardt, you don't know
You're
anything.
on blast.
Yeah, you stink.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know who that is, that's Johnny Manziel's agent.
Who does not know the first thing about college football.
Yeah.
You play. Oh.
And the worst is, can we just, listen, I don't even know if I met the guy. I think I might have met him once. But listen.
He woke me up with the text.
Here's the problem.
I told you.
Here's the problem. If you're an agent, if you're someone who has some kind of sources, inside word, you can't be going around giving tips unless you know they're going to win. Because our dumb brains are like, this guy knows someone who knows someone who knows someone, and he knows exactly what's going to happen. It's fool's gold.
He texted me that this information was so sensitive.
Yes, and you said it to. Well,
he couldn't write a text. He's like, I called him. It was 8 in the morning. I was in Chicago. He texted me. This information is so sensitive. I didn't know what it was at the time. I need to talk to you. I called him up. His information was hammer Michigan. They lose. He's like, ooh, sorry about that one, man. And then he gave me UTSA to beat Arizona State. They lost 49-7.
I feel like he's maybe trying to pull something over on you because nobody with a brain would
And
think
by the way,
UTSA would win that game.
I did. I didn't get the second tip, and I still bet UTSA.
By the way, to cover.
To cover, not to win outright.
How long have you been talking to Eric?
How long have I been talking?
Or just this comeback season?
Like 2.5 months.
That is the first time he's done that. Like, he's never done anything remotely similar.
He took advantage of his place in power. This is a problem in society.
Eric Burkhardt is
men in power sending bad gambling.
Oh my God! That should be. You should lose.
He should go to jail.
You should be killed, but they should like cut your head off.
No, he should go to jail. He should go to jail for at least a month.
He's also giving picks out on comeback season too.
Oh,
He's got fade. I actually told him that I was going to
Fade City.
So everybody Michigan State, I know everybody's repeated. I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm on the Sun Devils.
There you go, Big
I'm a
F.
Herm guy.
Wait. This is Michigan State's -6.
Yeah.
Yep. At Arizona State too.
Yeah.
I mean, Herm
I like
Edwards hasn't
Arizona
coached
State.
since.
I'm on the Herm train.
Yeah, I'm on Arizona. I thought Michigan State was +6.
No. Michigan State favored by 6.
I think this will be a close
I think Arizona
game.
State might win this game outright. I think it's tough to go out west like that. 10:45 game.
Well, Arizona State cheats too. If you remember the year that Wisconsin spiked the ball and they just decided that the game was over.
I mean, the mental clock. That game's ending at like 2 a.m. Eastern time.
True.
That's tough.
I do like a good mental
That's
clock.
Michigan people forget Michigan is in East Coast.
Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
All right, so this is presented by Panera. So it's hashtag Saturdays are for the mac, which is the mac and cheese that we've been eating. Tommy's been putting his fingers in for this entire show. But also, we're going to use this opportunity to talk about your favorite conference, Dave, the MAC.
Yep.
The MAC. You guys like the MAC a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
Big time MAC guys.
Dan's gone to the MAC championship.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite game of the year.
Okay.
Friday night in Detroit, Michigan.
Beautiful
15,000 people.
Beautiful Detroit.
Pre-game at the casino. Roll right into Ford Field.
It's also gambling delight because once the season gets going, they play on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They
Yeah.
just play all times. Now you can, if you really get lucky, you can see Bowling Green play 3 nights in a row. It's amazing.
Such a treat. Such a treat. Well, we're going to have a segment every week called Lights, Camera, Maction, because not only is it fun to gamble, apparently they also do a lot of fun things for social media, like their commissioner.
Players and coaches who carry a chip on their shoulder, who demonstrate an anytime, anywhere attitude, and if respect is not freely given, we will earn it and we will take it.
I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Looking for the outside pass is picked away. It is short. Pressure's coming. Down he goes.
And we will take it. This year we will take that a step further. Fly the flag.
I love this. I love this.
So explain what's happening here.
So John Steinbrecher, the commissioner, has now said that if any team beats a Power 5 team, they get to raise a flag in the stadium, or if they win a bowl game or whatever. If they do basically anything good, they get to raise a flag like a pirate ship. So that's why he's a pirate.
if Bowling Green beats Missouri in the Bowling Green Stadium, a flag goes up.
Yeah, like a pirate ship.
It's great because that was like a TJ Lavin MTV promo.
It was
like getting
exactly
ready
that.
for the challenge, you know, and it just juices you up. Like, oh man, this week.
I actually love the concept. I do think it was challenge-esque. I think maybe you didn't need the commissioner. I think you can make that. Like, there's some commercials, like, you know who they should have? The Marine guys, the guys who do the Marine commercials. Like, those look like full-fledged movies.
Yeah.
That should be who makes that type of commercial where there's literally, like, people dying.
But
running.
you have to understand this is the MAC,
So it's
and
gonna
like
be
they
cheesy.
can't. Well, no, they probably don't have the budget to hire an actor.
Well, that was the Lights,
on the
Camera,
Mac?
Maction, the Mac on the Mac, as you continue to eat my mac and cheese.
Well, I ate all mine.
Okay, well, you're more than welcome
I'm
to
about
it.
to go on to Tommy's.
Is Tommy still eating it with his hands?
No, that was once.
Okay.
And those
That's
are
fair.
Trump.
Okay, so we're going to get to the Pick'em podcast. Big Cat Dave and Rico Bosco, who knows what they're going to get into this week, but it's surely to be great.
You're gonna tell me? You're gonna tell me how to do the list? I created this list since 2013.
I actually don't think we've talked about this yet because I missed you on the rundown on Tuesday, then you missed me on the rundown on Wednesday. Where you at with Harbaugh? Because that's just another. I like Harbaugh. I'm a Harbaugh guy, but now here comes the but.
18.
You got to beat your rivals.
He's the best we're gonna get.
If Harbaugh's not the guy, then who do you want?
Harbaugh's the guy. Harbaugh's the guy.
I think there's one name out there.
Who?
Tom Brady. Eventually.
What are you talking about?
Down the
Rico?
road. Tom
Rico,
Brady's the
shut
next
up,
guy.
Rico.
Tom Brady's
Rico,
the next
shut up.
fucking guy.
Rico,
You're telling me he's not the next
Rico,
Michigan guy.
He's not coaching Michigan. Rico, you think Tom Brady's gonna coach Michigan? Why would Tom Brady go? That's the dumbest thing that's ever been said.
Not now. He's in quarterback.
No,
Not
he's
now.
never.
Down the road.
Rico, he's never gonna go coach college football.
Who's going to take over Syracuse basketball? Jerry McNamara. Who should take over Michigan?
Did you
Tom Brady. Certain guys. Yes, certain guys. Tom Brady's the greatest football.
Tom Brady's the
Certain
greatest
guys.
football player of all time. He's gonna go coach college football. What do
You think he's gonna go? You think Tom Brady?
I think that's the name that they should be. That's the pedestal, or that's the
Rico.
What do they call it?
Rico.
Midas whale.
Rico.
I don't know what the
So
fuck-
Rico.
white whale?
He's gonna compare
Rico.
Jerry McNamara and
Rico.
Tom Brady.
What do they fucking call it?
Rico, do you
Jerry
think
McNamara?
in the fucking
Yeah, he's the guy.
Rico?
Jerry McNamara and Tom Brady.
Jerry McNamara is the guy for Syracuse.
I'm
not comparing them together. Tom Brady, in my opinion, would be somebody outside the box that they should be looking at.
Outside the box.
Rico, do you think Tom Brady in like the third week of December is going to be driving to fucking Toledo, Ohio, trying to recruit a defensive lineman? Come on, use your brain. That's insane.
They should think outside the box.
Tom Brady.
Why don't you go get Bill Belichick?
You can't get
Bill. Think outside the box for once,
yeah.
Rico.
Well, you can't
Not
get
with that
Belichick, but
attitude.
you can get Tom Brady?
Down the road after he retires.
That's
a name Michigan, I think, should be looking at. That's a dream scenario for Michigan. Because right now, don't just take a medium guy. Get the guy. Get Tom Brady. Print the shirts. Get Tom Brady. That's my opinion.
God. All right.
It's a hard sell. I'm not saying he'll do it.
I'm telling you.
I agree with you. But Tom Brady's the guy.
Okay.
I'm happy I brought up Michigan there.
Let's go get like God. Like get him from the heavens and just talk to God. Be like,
Certain guy. Listen.
Yeah, I get it. He's a big name. He'd make a splash, Rico.
Just a quick shout out, Colorado, Nebraska. That's not a game of the week, but old Big 12 rivals. I love seeing those colors together. There's history there, like the old school, especially when they in the 80s and like the early 90s when their jerseys, and their jerseys weren't even jerseys. They were just like pennies.
Yeah.
They were just a red penny versus a black penny.
Who's that guy? That little bowling ball from Colorado, the running back. His jersey.
Rashad Salam.
Yeah, Rashad Salam.
Passed away. Rest in peace.
Did he? He's dead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he killed himself.
Burr Reynolds died.
Yeah, Florida State legend.
You're kind of.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that. I brought it back in memoriam. I guess.
Yeah, very nice.
It was very eerie. Don't
Rashad
you think?
Salam's dead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he.
I'm pretty sure
he
I thought he was in that McCartney 30 for 30 on ESPN.
That was a while ago, though. Yeah.
I really put a pall on this.
Yeah. All right, so that was just a shout out to Colorado, Nebraska.
All right, it's time for the Panera Lock of the Week. Again, thank you to Panera for this mac and cheese that did not last very long. We had the Baja. You had that?
Yeah, it was
good?
great, actually.
Actually.
Yeah. Bacon.
Well, a lot of times when you add, people are going to be like, oh, it's good. No, it was, I mean,
great.
the whole thing. I never had that combo before, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay, Dave enjoyed the Baja. Big Cat bacon.
Bacon, and I tried Tommy's BBQ chicken. Delicious.
It's very good. I'm a slow eater, so there is still some left, but not because of a lack of taste, just that's my eating pace.
All right, so thanks to Panera for that. We also want to see you guys eating mac and cheese from Panera, right? Over social media.
I mean, that's definitely good.
That's good.
But
Hashtag Saturdays are for the Mac.
Yeah, if you're eating the Panera Mac, do it. If you're anything college football, you're at game during the Mac, just Saturdays for the Mac, hashtag we'll retweet it if it's good.
Yeah, so send those in, and then this week we're going to do our locks of the week. They're still eating the mac and cheese down there. Dave, why don't we start with you?
My lock of the week?
Your lock of the week.
Give it to us, Dave. Whoa.
What?
South Carolina.
Plus 10.
Damn.
Did I
And
miss?
it's my teaser special.
I have no idea what you just did with that bowl.
Yeah.
I shook it up.
Yeah.
Like one of those 8-ball things? Those magic 8 balls?
I was just trying to build the suspense for it.
Okay,
Okay, should I go?
go.
See, Dan's doing it too.
56-0, 58-0, 49-7. That's the last 3 years. Ohio State versus Rutgers. Rutgers gonna get blown out of the building. Ohio State, not great defense against Oregon State.
No,
Had
they
some
gave up
lapses.
a million points.
Yeah, so they're gonna clean that up, and it's going to be a bloodbath in Columbus.
Tommy?
When I saw this line, I almost spit out my mac and cheese, but then I remembered how delicious it was. So I left it in my mouth and I swallowed it. Southern Miss minus 5.5 at home against UL Monroe. This is my lock of the week. Should I put on the helmet? I'll put on the helmet. A little fun fact about.
You look like a Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay, little fun fact about, I don't understand
yeah.
the reference. A little fun fact about Southern Miss, I'm a sucker for a good pun. Their mascot is named Seymour. His first name is Seymour. His last name is D''Campus. It's a play on the words Seymour de Campus, named after the mascot from the World's Fair, who was Seymour de Fair, a pun on Seymour of the Fair. So, with all that being said, I don't know how you don't take Southern Miss.
Don't. You want another fun fact for you? I bet you didn't do
All
your
the fun
research.
facts.
Guess who the honorary captain is for Southern Miss?
I want to see if you know it.
Okay, I want to see if you know it.
Well,
it's Brett Favre. Brett Favre and Doug Peterson going to be there. If you were watching NFL, you'd know.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You're right.
Way to go, Tommy. There's no way I'm going to be able to beat that, so I'm going to take Mizzou versus Wyoming. Wyoming stinks. They gave up a million.
Last week everyone was talking
I
about
love Wyoming.
Josh
Yeah.
85 Bears defense.
They fell apart. They fell apart against Washington State.
Gave up a million yards to Washington State.
Not until the second half.
And Drew Lock at Missouri is a legit quarterback.
You told me they were the 85 Bears.
They were for 3 quarters. I watched the game. I took Wyoming last week. They held Mike Leach's offense to like 16 points at half, and then the wheels came off.
Yeah. Got exposed in the passing game. Drew Lock. I like him, by the way. I don't like Missouri. I like to make fun of Missouri like you like to make fun of A&M, but I like Drew Lock.
Why do you not like Missouri? Is that some sort of rival?
Kind of. It was like one of those fake rivalries in the Big 12, and they both went to the SEC at the same time. So, and they're just not an SEC school.
Okay.
Who is A&M's rival?
Well, it was Texas.
Well, it was never really Texas.
No, it was Texas. It was the Thanksgiving game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
For
that
like,
was a big game.
like hundreds.
When I
hundreds
say
of
rival, to really have a rival,
this is the whole big brother, little brother thing.
No,
I know what Dave's going
to have a rival, the other team has to view you as their prime rival too. Right. Texas is always Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's fair.
Texas fans still tweet at me all the time talking shit about A&M.
But
like, they're
Texas,
still bitter
but
about
if you say Texas, who's your number one rival? It's Oklahoma. It's not
Right.
A&M.
Okay.
But do you have anybody who views A&M as their prime rival?
In the SEC, probably
No,
not.
in the world.
I mean,
No,
people
okay.
at Texas do.
Texas A&M versus Fun. Great rival.
Oh, no.
Good, right?
Oh, damn. Oh, Daniel.
That was pretty good.
That's a damn Daniel.
That was damn Daniel, yeah.
Damn Daniel.
Well, let's just go to our top 10s. I'm never going to win this battle. So.
Storied rivalry.
That was a damn Daniel moment.
A&M versus apparently hot girls. You guys don't think hot girls go there.
Yeah.
We can really go down
Go
the
on
list.
and
There's,
on.
there's the next segment.
That
A&M
was-
versus everything good in the world, according
Damn
to
Daniel.
these
That was a
next
damn
segment.
Daniel moment.
Okay, so we're going to unveil our top 10s, our first top 10s of the season. Dave, you want to
Yeah, I'll go
You're gonna
first.
show the people what you're thinking?
Okay. I'm guessing Dave's going to make a mockery of this.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't make a mockery of it at all. So let me give you a little. I know people are getting Michigan this, Michigan that. I still have them in at 10. I am, and I have Notre Dame.
Which is actually, they're going up from where they were.
Yeah, because they played a top 20 team, and they played them tough, had a chance to tie the game at the end if they went for 2 win. So here's my thing. I give credit to teams that play teams. So I put a lot of emphasis on that. So LSU moved way up because they had a big win. Virginia Tech had a big win. West Virginia played a real team. So if you play real teams, I give you credit for that. Now it changed. It's
But
week 2.
Alabama didn't play a real team. Or no, Alabama played Louisville, but Georgia didn't play a real team.
No, but
Clemson didn't play a real team.
Clemson didn't play a real team.
and Clemson went down. Listen,
Ohio State didn't play a real team.
Clemson being at 8 is ridiculous
Why?
because they're way better.
Well, the whole thing is stupid. He doesn't have Wisconsin in there. And
Well,
it is
Wisconsin
ridiculous.
hasn't played a team yet, and listen, it's week 2. I can only go by if you play real games. Now Alabama.
Georgia didn't play a real game either.
All right, well let's just play. Let's not let Dave finish and explain his top 10. What's the point of having it if I'm just going to get cut off constantly?
All right, here's my top 10. Alabama, Clemson, Wisconsin's number 3.
Oh, but Wisconsin's 3. That's fair.
Yeah, that is fair.
Why?
Georgia, LSU, because they smoked.
How's Ohio State 10 when Ohio State beats Wisconsin
Because
in the
I'm
Big Ten
still
championship
not
every year?
over the Urban Meyer stuff. And I'm
Okay.
ranking them as of next week. Urban Meyer's not their coach. If Urban Meyer was their coach, they'd probably be number 3.
It's fair. Tommy.
I mean,
He's not the coach.
No, that's fair.
I don't trust the guy, whoever the guy
That-
is, whatever his name is. He looks like an idiot. Also, Ohio State's my lock of the week.
They're not playing anybody this week, though.
I mean,
Tommy.
this makes no sense.
Oh my
Mississippi
God.
State. Let me tell you guys about Mississippi State. They have a new coach named Joe Moorhead. You know where he came from? Small little school in the north. You may not have heard of it. Fordham University. He turned that program around immediately. He then went to Penn State, turned them around, made them a title contender every year, turned Saquon Barkley into the number 2 overall pick and a superstar. He's going to make Mississippi State a superstar team. They're going to be in the college football playoffs this year. They're 1-0. They got Kansas State, another easy win. Nick Fitzgerald is their quarterback. He's going to make them a star lock, Mississippi State. Everything else pretty standard. LSU.
Stanford 9 is not so standard.
Stanford, I mean, they're ranked 10th, 11th. Notable admission, Notre Dame. Here's one of my favorite stats in college football. Brian Kelly killed the kid. I will never rank
People
them
don't forget.
as long as that's
No.
true.
People don't forget.
People do not forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy, I hope for your sake that Mississippi State stays.
They
really
will
good this year.
actually be a playoff contender.
You think so?
Yes.
They're not going to beat Alabama. All right, Dan, you're gonna.
Oh, don't go out on a limb there, Kayce.
Why are you talking shit to me? You didn't talk shit to anybody
No,
else.
That's a good three.
I was saying
That's a good three.
going on a limb. You said Mississippi State's going to lose to Alabama.
Oh.
I mean, they're not gonna go to the SEC championship.
I tend to agree with you.
Okay, it's not.
You'll all see.
I mean,
The haters.
you got something to say about this too?
Sick. No, that's actually a good top 10. Although
Thank you.
Washington makes no sense.
I mean,
oh
they
no,
lost,
I have them at 9. Never mind. Washington makes great sense.
They lost to Auburn, who was also ranked. This one, just because I think Oklahoma is going to just run the table in the Big 12, and they're going to end up in the college football playoff.
I have no problem with yours. I would switch Washington and Michigan, but I have no problem with it.
You would put Michigan at 10? They lost, Dave.
So did Washington.
Well, yeah, but they lost to a higher team than
Well,
Michigan
they both
did.
lost to ranked teams,
But
and I
they
thought
lost
Michigan
to a
had a
top
better
10
chance.
team.
Michigan was driving with the ball at the end. Listen, it's 6-1, half dozen hill.
I should have put A&M in the top 10 because it's the only time they'll be in the top 10. Like.
You have no school pride.
Yeah, that's true. Wisconsin,
How can I
I'll
have
tell
school
you
pride
this.
when you guys shit on everything that I say?
I'll tell you this,
I
Kayce.
have my guys in the top 10, and
I'll
by the
tell you
way, we
this.
still control their own destiny.
I will
You
have
told me last week
Wisconsin
that if
in
they
the top
lost
10
to
no
Notre
matter
Dame,
what.
the season was over. You
No, I
said
didn't.
yes, you
No,
did.
I didn't.
You said it on
Prove
camera,
it.
actually.
Prove it. Well,
I
if
mean,
it's on
we
camera,
can-
then find me that footage.
Okay,
Find
Frankie,
it.
find the footage. You absolutely said that.
Frankie,
If we
find
have
it
that,
if you have
that
it,
would be
Frankie.
Burn it.
I'm telling you that you said it.
I'm telling
Tommy,
Frankie, if
Tommy,
you have that footage,
Tommy
Frankie.
heard it too,
I
but
was
he's-
there. He said
Find
no
it.
such thing.
That is such bullshit, Tommy. Be a bigger yes
I
man.
wasn't there,
Please
so I
be a
wish I
bigger
could.
yes man.
I would hold him to the fire for it if he said it.
absolutely
I
did say
hope
it.
if I said it, find it. We'll put it in tomorrow, Frankie. Find
You
it.
absolutely said it. And then you said if they lost, you were on to the Patriot season.
That's
probably
does
true.
not
That
sound
actually
like
sounds
something I would
exactly
say
like
at
you.
all.
That sounds
I
exactly
can see myself saying
That
I
sounds
can't wait for the
100%
Patriots.
like you would say.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
Well, Frankie and I'll buy his party.
Frankie,
We'll look
find
for
it
the
if you have
footage.
it.
It's in the test show. It shouldn't be hard to
Yeah,
find.
test show.
Okay.
Find it.
Okay, so now we're going to bring in the people's champ, Big Ev from The Ohio State University. He's got that sandwich board does not look comfortable.
Big Ev, quick
you're
question.
killing
You
it,
embarrassed
Big
at
Ev.
all that you guys support domestic assault?
That got dark really
Wow, hot seat for Big F.
I'm gonna have no comment on that.
Okay.
I root for the laundry, and
Yeah.
the people have spoken. I polled people around the nation, college football fans everywhere, and I think they know a little more than you guys do. This is where Ohio State falls in these boards is outrageous. That none of them are in the top 5. Number 4 right here, probably right where they should be right now. Put up a 77 spot. Dwayne Haskins, Heisman candidate.
Okay.
Who do you guys play?
Oregon
Oregon
State.
State. How
And we
many
put-
points did you give up?
31. We covered the spread though. Great teams cover.
You did. I actually
Cover
did
the
bet. I
spread.
bet Ohio State.
I mean, play somebody. Listen, go ahead. It's your segment.
I mean, it's the people.
Yeah,
it's not
it is the
Big
people.
Ev, Big
Don't
Ev
get mad
didn't
at the
put that,
people.
yeah.
Don't get mad at Big F. Get mad at the people.
The people is
people
where we are.
spoke.
Where we are.
Yes, yes.
They know.
Okay.
Okay. So we also have the bottom 10, correct? The
Uh-oh.
people have spoken.
You're kind
the
of
worst-
cut off, Ev. How do we?
Yeah.
The rules are. it has to be a power
Yeah,
five.
I mean,
It has to
It
be
has to
power
be a power
five.
five.
This is just people who don't like me.
Kansas number 1. No, this. Listen.
Michigan 7, the worst team in the bottom 10.
Vanderbilt won. I bet on Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt won on
stinks,
Saturday.
though.
They're
They
6.
stink.
I think.
Kentucky won too.
Texas
Yeah, well,
should be
it has to be a
number
power
1.
5 team. That's
There's
the rule.
way worse power. I mean, I can name teams in the Big Ten who are worse
It's
than Michigan.
recency
Name-
bias, Dave.
Indiana,
They won. They're 1-0.
Minnesota.
They're 1-0.
I don't care. They're worse than Michigan.
Keep going. Anyone else?
Northwestern, Wisconsin.
Okay, 1-0.
Ohio
1-0.
State.
1-0.
We haven't lost anybody in the Big Ten.
1-0.
Michigan State.
The only other
We
team
haven't
that
lost a
lost
game in the Big
the
Ten.
only other team that lost in the Big Ten on last weekend was a team that also played the Big Ten. That's Iron Sharpen Iron. Michigan's the only team that lost
we
the Big
played
Ten.
a ranked team. Nobody else did.
Yeah.
It is wild that Michigan's on there.
It's crazy.
No, it's perfectly.
They're not. It's not the
quarterback
bottom
play
10.
was tough.
It's Shea Patterson
Shea-
stinks.
A little school called Notre Dame. I don't like them. They are a good
Wimbush is
football
terrible,
school.
too. You made them look like
it's a
Joe
good football
Montana.
school, and we played at night. I don't know how they can be in the top 10 and in the bottom 10. That makes no sense.
Makes perfect
Fun fact
sense.
in the pollers, Penn State actually almost made the top 10 in the bottom 10. They were close.
Ooh.
Right, well,
Wow,
that's
okay.
because Rico was
Yeah,
probably
Rico-
voting nonstop.
Yeah, Rico stuffed those ballots.
It's the people that hate you. But Texas should be higher on that list. Texas stinks.
Yes,
Stinks.
Texas
Kansas
stink.
stinks.
Rutgers
But the people.
stinks.
So
Illinois won. Liddyville. Come on.
Maryland, well, I guess Maryland. I guarantee you
stop the
Michigan's going
Illinois
to be
sling.
better than Maryland. Beat by 100 every year. Get the hell out of here.
So Big Ev, how do people vote?
Well, the top 10 is more. Well, they're both open forum.
Okay.
The top 10 is more.
You can turn around.
Yeah, you can turn around. You can talk to the camera.
Well, the top 10 were an open poll. Did put a bunch of teams that to pick from, but you can write in. The bottom 10 left it completely open. Only Power 5 teams. So they chose who they wanted. Just in bottom 10, just in
You're
terms
telling me
of votes.
it's turnaround, Ev.
Michigan got the 7th most votes
So
to be in the top.
It's
in the
because
bottom
people
10.
hate you, Dave.
Well, and they think Michigan stinks, so they're smart. I don't go after the people when these polls come out.
People's poll.
speak. Yeah.
So
The people
go
show
on
up.
social media, vote every single week. Also send us your pictures and videos with mac and cheese. # Saturdays are for the Mac. Fellas, week 1 in the books.
Yep.
Week 2 college football.
I'm looking forward now. Probably, if you're wondering what's Dave Portnoy doing right now, he's settling in for a long day of college football. And
Where in the world is Dave Portnoy?
I may go to the South Carolina bar, the Rusty Hammer.
UCLA, Oklahoma over. Hit it.
Yep, Panera locks of the week, everybody.
Hit
Thank
it.
you to
Ohio
Panera.
State.
Thank you
Hit
for
it.
the mac and
Line
cheese.
fell. Hit it.
We'll be back in studio next week. See you guys then.